Hi, DrBiology here, and this is my update 3 on the coronavirus. So I know that some of you may be worried about the coronavirus, and although this virus is new and it could potentially kill, and we don't have immunity at the moment to it, many people should not be worried. And this video goes through how you can reduce your risk of infection, but also to help you understand that most people will be fine.
So there's now more information on the symptoms of coronavirus, and the particular 3 symptoms that are mentioned are a dry cough, muscle pain, shortness of breathing, of breath and breathing difficulties, and a headache. And it seems to start with a fever followed by a dry cough, then shortness of breath, and then some patients might need hospital treatment. So what's interesting is that for the vast majority of people who will get the COVID-19 virus, you will have mild symptoms. So if you look at, this is the number of people who have died in China, unfortunately, but you'll notice the vast majority of people in this age group, okay, from 0 to 60, it's a very low fatality rate. However, if you are older and you might have some other health issues as well, then obviously the fatality rate is higher, so near on 15%.
For most people, the symptoms of coronavirus are mild and will be mild. For a few people, it will be more serious. So for example, elderly people, and also people with other conditions. And the reason why many people are worried about coronavirus is that the fact that it can spread quite easily. So it spreads through the population. So whilst you might be okay, if you spread it to someone else who isn't, then they may have serious consequences for them. So that's the main reason why everybody is so worried, because it's a new virus, we don't have any immunity, and a large proportion of the population will get it, therefore some fatalities will occur.
So, okay, so what can you do? Well, first of all, number 1, you're going to wash your hands more. So you might have heard of the fact that you should be washing your hands for about 20 seconds. So the NHS currently advises you sing Happy Birthday twice while washing your hands to help avoid spreading the coronavirus. However, you might get a bit bored of that song, so I've got a few other suggestions, so here we go. So my number 3, it's Gina G, ooh ah, just a little bit, the verse. Okay, I'm not going to sing, you don't pay me enough money to sing, but that's a pretty good song. It's all for you kind of old people out there. And number 2, we have Aha! Take On Me. Another one from way back when, from the 80s. The actual chorus is 20 seconds. However, I would resist holding that highest of notes because it might be a problem for some. And in at number 1, it's Bee Gees, Staying Alive. Now, the verse of this is 24 seconds, but it's a recommended song as not only would it be useful for washing your hands, it's also very good to do CPR in order to maintain the correct pace. I'd love to play all of these songs, but unfortunately they are copyrighted. However, you can find the songs on various places, particularly YouTube, so do check them out, they're pretty good. So the question is, how do you wash your hands properly for 20 seconds? So this information is from the NHS, and washing your hands is one of the easiest ways to protect yourself and others from any illness, such as food poisoning and flu, and obviously coronavirus. So number 1, you've got to wet your hands with water. Number 2, apply enough soap to cover your hands. Number 3, rub your hands together. Number 4, use one hand to rub the back of the other hand and clean in between the fingers, and do the same with the other hand. Number 5, rub your hands together and clean in between your fingers. Number 6, rub the back of your fingers against your palm. Number 7, rub your thumb using your other hand, do the same with the other thumb. Number 8, rub the tips of your fingers on the palm of your other hand and do the same with the other hand. Number 9, rinse your hands with water. Number 10, dry your hands completely with a disposable towel, or a tissue will do. Number 11, and I think this is probably one of the best tips, use the disposable towel to turn off the tap. That means that your hand isn't getting reinfected with whatever might be on the tap. If you check out my update 1 video, you can actually see me wash my hands, and I follow, on the whole, I follow the NHS's way of doing your hands. But remember, one of the most important things is the 20-second rule.
Okay, so once you have finished washing your hands, obviously your hands are going to go around and touch different surfaces, and it's going to be out in the environment, so you need to wash those hands regularly. Now the second point is that you've got to really try and avoid touching around your face, so particularly your mouth, your nostrils and your eyes. So you need to be careful not to rub things around there or pick your nose. I'm not going to pick my nose. Sucking your fingers, those kinds of things. If you really got an itch on your face, then obviously use a tissue, okay? Or if you do touch your face with dirty hands, you're going to have to wash your face as well. Okay. So number 3 is catching those coughs and achoo! Oh dear, sneezes. Right, so what you would do is obviously use a tissue. If you're going to sneeze, achoo! You are stopping air droplets going into the environment. So if you have coronavirus, you're not spreading it into the atmosphere and to other people. There is a view as well that if you really want to protect yourself, they say you should keep some distance from you and another person. That's obviously very difficult if you're in an enclosed space. The other thing is sometimes you might not have your tissue, or might have used it and put it in the bin. So the best way, if you're going to sneeze or cough, is don't use your hands. Do not use your hands, because if you do it in your hands, then you're going to spread it everywhere. So what you do is use your elbow, okay? So you literally, if you're going to sneeze, you're into your elbow, or if you cough, you're stopping the droplets from going into the atmosphere.
So to summarise, to prevent catching the spread, you've got to wash your hands frequently with soap and water. Okay, catch your coughs and sneezes with disposable tissues. Make sure you throw away those used tissues. And then something I didn't mention is you've got to wash your hands again. If you don't have a tissue, use your sleeve. And then lastly, avoid touching your eyes, nose and mouth with unwashed hands. And then avoid close contact with people who are unwell. And this next point is really important, okay? It is a virus. There are plenty of other viruses and also pathogens out there that affect humans. So if you're not ill, you should go about your life as normal, basically. So take some precautions, but you should go to your work or you should go to school, okay? And unless you've been told not to by your doctor, then do your normal things. So if you think you're ill, the first thing is don't go to your GP, all right? Don't go to the hospital either, unless you are in real severe trouble or you are severely ill. If it's not a 999 emergency, which it isn't on the whole, you might need medical attention. You might want to report that you think you might have coronavirus. So what you do is you call 111, and also there is information on www.nhs.uk/111. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed that video. That was update 2, not 3. And please do subscribe to Dr. Biology for more updates coming soon.